I used to avoid mirrors and bright light. Not because I looked bad exactly, just tired, a little washed out, like my hair was working against me instead of for me. If you felt that too, this one's for you. Today I'm walking you through 7 haircuts that genuinely take years off your face after 60, not trendy stuff, not high-maintenance stuff, cuts that work with what you actually have. I researched the best style and beauty fixes for women over 50 so you get real results, fast, without guessing. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The soft layered bob and the shoulder grazing shag. Here's something most women don't realize. Hair actually gets thinner in diameter every decade after 40, and the length you wore at 35 is quietly working against your face now, pulling everything down instead of lifting it. That's not a flaw. It's just math nobody explained to you. So if you've been holding on to the same long, one-length style since your daughter's wedding, I want you to really hear this. It's not that you look bad. It's that your hair is heavier than your face can carry right now. And that weight drags at the corners of your eyes and mouth without you noticing. The fix is the soft layered bob, cut just above the collarbone. This isn't the blunt, severe bob you might picture. Layers start around the cheekbone and build gently toward the ends, which does 2 things at once. It removes the drag weight, and it creates movement right at jaw level, which is exactly where you want the eye to land. Ask your stylist for face framing layers that hit between the chin and the collarbone, with the interior thinned out so it doesn't sit stiff. Here's the part that matters. The length shouldn't touch the shoulder in a way that flattens it. It should stop just before, so it can swing. Woman aged 62. She sits in a stylist chair. A mirror behind her reflects the room. Her expression is quietly uncertain. She wears a tailored blazer. What actually changes when you cut it this way is your jawline reads sharper without a single needle touching your face. The layers create shadow and light exactly where a jaw contour used to be, so people register definition again. That's the whole trick. Light and shadow doing the work surgery gets credit for. A woman I talked to described it as getting her chin back. Not a new chin, just her old one, visible again. The second cut in this part is the shoulder grazing shag. And this one surprises people because it sounds younger than it looks on paper, but it's actually the most forgiving cut for thinning crown hair. The shag builds volume through choppy, disconnected layers starting at the crown and moving outward, so even fine hair reads as full. Ask specifically for a shag with root lift and face framing pieces left slightly longer at the jaw. The key detail is the layers can't be too uniform. Uniform layers on fine hair look flat under any light. She stands near a sunlit window. Fingers lift a section of hair near the crown, showing texture, not touching the scalp directly. Her expression shifts to warm and confident. She wears a chic turtleneck sweater. Here's the before and after that matters most in this part. Before, one length hair past the shoulder, heavy and flat at the crown, dragging the whole face down. After, a shag with lift at the root and movement at the jaw, reading lighter, younger, and noticeably fuller on camera and in person. Next, I'm going to show you the one cut that stylists quietly call the age eraser, and why almost nobody asks for it by name. Part 2. The curtain fringe. I'll tell you something a colorist told me once that stuck with me. She said most women over 60 think their eyes have gotten smaller. They haven't. The brow bone has just dropped slightly, and the hair around it has gone flat and heavy, which shadows the whole upper eye area. It's not your eyes. It's what's sitting above them. This is one of those quiet realizations that changes how you look at every photo of yourself from the last several years. The fix is the curtain fringe, parted in the center and swept softly to either side, with the shortest pieces hitting right around the temple, not the eyebrow. This is different from a full blunt fringe, which can actually add weight and age the face. A curtain fringe is airy. It frames rather than covers. Ask your stylist to cut it dry, not wet, so you can see exactly where the pieces fall naturally around your face shape before any final trim. She sits at a kitchen counter corner, natural window light. Fringe pieces swept past the temples are visible. Curious, intrigued expression. Wrap-style cardigan fasten closed. What this actually does is lift the visual weight off the brow bone. Instead of your eye reading as smaller and shadowed, the fringe creates a soft frame that opens the whole upper face. People will tell you your eyes look brighter, and they'll mean it, even though nothing changed except 6 inches of hair near your temples. This is the closest thing to a non-surgical brow lift I've ever seen work this reliably. The maintenance question comes up constantly, so let's cover it honestly. A curtain fringe needs a trim every 4 to 6 weeks to keep the shape soft rather than growing into your eyes or splitting awkwardly down the middle. If you're not someone who visits a stylist that often, ask for it cut slightly longer than you think you want, so it grows out gracefully instead of looking unkempt. She stands in a hallway mirror nook, natural light from a side window. Hand lightly touches the ends of the fringe near the temple, not the scalp. Expression is knowing and reassuring. Structured shirt buttoned to the collar. Before, a flat hairline pulled fully back, brow bone exposed and shadowed. After, a soft curtain fringe skimming the temples, upper face visibly opened and lifted. It's a small cut with an outsized effect, and it costs nothing but a conversation with your stylist. Coming up, there's a color and cut combination that a lot of women get backwards, and it might be quietly aging you more than the cut itself. Part 3. The root-lifted pixie and the long-layered lob. Here's something that surprises almost everyone I talk to. Short hair isn't actually harder to maintain after 60. It's the opposite, but nobody tells you that because pixie cuts get marketed as a bold statement instead of what they really are, which is one of the lowest effort, highest payoff cuts available to you. If you've been avoiding short hair because you think it'll read as severe, that fear is doing more damage to how you feel than the actual haircut ever would. The first cut here is the root-lifted pixie, cut close at the nape and sides with length left on top, styled with volume lifted directly at the root. This isn't the flat, close-cropped pixie from decades ago. The modern version has texture and height built in, so it reads soft rather than harsh. Ask for the crown left slightly longer than you'd expect, at least 2 to 3 inches, so you have styling flexibility for volume. She sits in a car, window light coming across her face. Hand rests near the top of her head. Fingers not yet touching the hair. Expression calm and composed. Elegant blouse with a high neckline. What changes here is dramatic in a way most women don't expect. The root lift creates instant lift through the whole face. Because the eye reads upward volume as youth, it's one of the oldest visual tricks in styling. A shorter cut also means less weight pulling at your temples and jaw, so cheekbones read higher and sharper without a single other change to your face. Women who make this switch often say people ask if they've lost weight. They haven't. The hair just stopped weighing the face down. The second cut in this part is the long layered lob, which sits at the collarbone with long layers cut throughout rather than just at the ends. This is for anyone who isn't ready to go short, but still wants that same lifted, lighter effect. The layers should start higher than you'd think, around the cheekbone, so movement happens through the whole length instead of just the last few inches. She stands at an outdoor cafe table, soft afternoon light. Hair moves gently in a light breeze, captured mid-motion. Expression is warm, confident, radiant. Refined cardigan worn closed over a high-neck blouse. Before, a long layerless cut sitting heavy past the shoulder, no movement anywhere in the length. After, a lob with layers starting at the cheekbone, light, swinging, alive in the wind instead of sitting dead still. Next up is a cut so many stylists recommend privately but rarely bring up first, because it requires you to trust the process for about 6 weeks before it looks right. Part 4. The textured Pixie Bob hybrid. Stylists have a name for this one that they rarely say to a client's face. They call it the 6-week miracle, because it looks a little unfinished at first, and then something clicks around week 6 where it just works. The reason nobody tells you this up front is that most people quit a cut before it settles, and this is the one cut where patience is the actual technique, not the scissors. This is a hybrid between a pixie and a bob, longer than a pixie through the crown and back, but cropped shorter at the nape, with heavily textured, almost feathered ends throughout. It sits somewhere between structured and undone, which is exactly why it reads as effortless instead of trying too hard. Ask your stylist for point cutting throughout, which removes bulk from the ends without shortening the overall length, so the texture looks organic rather than choppy. She sits in a bedroom window seat, soft natural light. A handheld mirror rests on her lap, not yet lifted to her face. Expression is curious and intrigued. Mock neck top with a closed collar. Here's what actually happens to your face with this cut. The uneven, feathered texture breaks up any hard lines around the jaw and temple. so the whole face reads softer without looking undefined. It's the visual equivalent of soft focus, except it's real hair doing real work instead of a filter. Women who wear this cut will often get told they look rested, even on days they aren't. That's the texture doing exactly what it's built to do. The styling routine matters here more than the cut itself. This isn't a wash-and-go style in the first few weeks. It needs a light texturizing paste worked through damp hair, then air-dried or diffused, never flat-brushed, because brushing removes the exact texture the cut depends on. Give it the full 6 weeks before deciding whether it's for you. Most women who bail early never saw it finished. She stands in a doorway with afternoon light behind her. Hand adjusts the collar of her top, hair visible in profile. Expression shifts to warm and confident. Wrap-style coat fastened closed. Before, a rigid evenly cut bob with hard blunt ends and no texture anywhere. After, the same length with feathered, point cut ends throughout, soft at every edge, reading effortless instead of severe. Last part is coming, and it covers the 2 cuts I get asked about more than any others, plus the one thing almost every woman gets wrong when she asks for them. Part 5. The rounded layered crop and the side-swept bang bob. Here's the last surprising fact, and it's the one I wish someone had told me years ago. Most women ask their stylist to take length off when they want to look younger, but length isn't actually the problem, shape is. 2 women with the exact same length can look a decade apart in age depending entirely on where the layers sit. This is why the same haircut photo brought into 2 different salons can produce 2 completely different results. The first cut here is the rounded layered crop, cut close and rounded at the sides with soft, gently graduated layers building height through the crown. The rounded shape is deliberate. It echoes a naturally soft face shape rather than fighting it with hard angles. Ask specifically for graduated layers rather than blunt layers. Graduated means each layer is slightly longer than the one above it, which is what creates that rounded, soft silhouette. She sits in a garden path in soft light. Hand gently rests near the side of her head, hair visible in profile, not touching directly. Expression is calm and composed. Chic turtleneck sweater. What this rounded shape does is soften every angle in the lower face at once, the jaw, the chin, even the neck, because the eye follows the curve of the hair down into the face instead of stopping at a hard line. This is the cut most stylists reach for when a client says she wants to look kinder and more approachable in photos, without being able to explain why. Now you know why it works. The second cut is the side-swept bang bob. A chin to collarbone length bob paired with a deep side part and long, sweeping bangs that blend into the length rather than standing apart from it. This combination does something clever. The deep side part immediately creates asymmetry, which reads as more dynamic and current than a center part, while the sweeping bang softens the forehead the same way a curtain fringe does, but with more coverage. She stands at a hallway mirror nook, warm interior light. Fingers hold a strand of hair up near the ear, showing the side part, not touching the scalp. Expression is warm, confident, radiant. Elegant blouse with a full neckline. Before, a center-parted, blunt-edged bob with no bang, flat across the whole forehead. After, a deep side part with sweeping bangs blending into a chin-length bob, asymmetrical, dynamic, and noticeably softer through the whole upper face. 7 cuts, 7 small decisions that change how the mirror treats you every single morning. You don't need all 7. You need the one that matches your face and your life, and now you know exactly what to ask for. So now you know the 7 cuts that actually lift, soften, and open up your face without touching a single thing on it. From the curtain fringe that widens your eyes to the rounded crop that softens your whole jawline. That's real information most women never hear explained this clearly, and you can walk into any salon tomorrow and ask for exactly what you need. Which one of these are you booking first? Or which one have you already tried? Tell me in the comments. Next time I'm covering the color mistakes that quietly age these same cuts by years, so you'll want to see that one too. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Beauty, and I'll see you in the next one.